All right, today we're going to do some exercises that we can do uh, while you're traveling in an RV and while and when you're not in the best health, maybe over 65 or not used to exercising. So we're going to try to do some things that are available at an RV without carrying any heavy exercise equipment with us. So let's move forward with that, and we'll show you what I've got for today. We're going to start today with some step-ups using the steps on the RV. That's something that most RVs are going to have. Also, normally you have a handle to hang on to in case you're not stable. So I think this is a good compromise, and it should be something that's available in most cases. So we're going to do that. I'm going to actually step on the first step so I have a stable footing here. That's another issue with gravel, and sand, uneven surfaces that are outside. I tried using some blocks in the last video, and I decided that maybe that's not the best way of doing it because it's not as stable, and the blocking can move. The steps are should be relatively stable if they're set up right. So let's go with that. We're going to just do one set of step ups, and I'm going to use one leg and then the other leg. We'll go ahead and do that. So here we go. Just keep doing that until we have maybe 12 to 15 reps, and we can switch off with legs. Always good to hold your stomach muscles tight when exercising, and when you think about it, actually. I try to do that as much as possible. Keep your gut sucked in, as the military would discuss or to talk about, but in basic training, suck that gut in. Okay? So this is an example. You could actually walk up multiple steps in this case if you want to. If you want to make it a little more complicated, you can go without holding on if you're stable, and at least you have a stable step to use. All right, so that's the first exercise. All right, for this exercise, I'm going to use the steps again, and I'm going to do a calf and ankle exercise, and I'm going to use the lower step, and I've got the handle available here. So we're just going to stand straight, and we're going to push up with our lift our heels off of the step, and exercise our calves. This is something that maybe doesn't get a lot of workout when you're walking. Walking is great, but walking doesn't exercise all your muscles. So this will help you with your calves, and keep your ankles moving, and give you multiple benefits for stabilization and walking on uneven ground and around on trails or whatever. This will give you some more muscle to keep you stable. You can use put a couple fingers on the handle, and if you're in need of doing that. So again, I'm just going to do like one set here, and probably recommended to do maybe 3 sets of 12. Now, if you're not in the best of shape, obviously you start out slow and just do what is comfortable. Don't get yourself really sore so that you don't want to work out anymore, right? So we want to do this in stages and slowly build up your muscles. And you know, I can feel this already. You know, I haven't worked out in about almost 3 years since my son was born, and haven't had time to really do anything other than take care of him. So this is a good exercise, and you can also do this exercise sitting down now, and if you're not able to do it standing up, so you can sit down on a chair, and then you can again raise your heels and start out this way if the other way is not something that you can handle at first, and then work your way up to the standing calf exercise. So we'll move on to the next exercise. For this exercise, we're going to do some standing push-ups, and there's kind of a variety of difficulty involved with this. You can do whatever works for you. If you are out of shape and not able to do a strong push-up, you can stand relatively close to a wall, and you can bring yourself right up to the wall and then back out like this. If you are in a little bit better shape, you can move your feet back quite far if you need to, and then do the same thing and exercise this way. So I'm going to do something a little kind of in between. Again, I'm just going to do one set. Probably eventually you should be doing 3 sets of 12 or 3 sets of 15 as your goal, and move your feet out as you're able to do that relatively easily, and start moving your feet out further as you build your muscles. So again, I'm going to start out, go ahead and do that. I picked a spot with a clearance light, a side light here. Maybe that's not the best spot, but we'll make it work for today. Variations that you can do on this. You can use a picnic table. It's a little harder because it's lower, but you can use the table surface of a picnic table, which again you would have most campsites, most campgrounds, and use the picnic table as your push-off point, which is still a lot easier than a horizontal on the ground push-up. So we'll want to keep your elbows in, don't put them out, keep them in, and push off. Okay, so another exercise that we have that doesn't take any kind of equipment. And the next one more exercise I'm going to show on this video, that one does have some equipment. I'm going to show you use of the ladder if you have one on your RV. If you have a ladder, then this is another option to do some exercises. I'm going to show you I'm going to show you 2 exercises that I think may help. That uses the ladder. So first one I'm going to do is a combination squat and pull-up. So I thought this would be great for people who aren't in the best of shape, and it kind of gives you a little of both, but not the strain that you would have by doing a pull-up or an actual squat. All right, B, come on, leave. One issue with doing stuff outside, right? You have nature. So let's try that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a hold of the ladder, and you can use whatever works, whatever level works on that. So I'll grab this one here, and I'll start down, right? And so you're basically using your arms and your legs to do this exercise. So, but you can actually focus on one or the other more, and just use your arms to help your legs, or your legs to help your arms. Let's just go ahead and do a few more reps of that. And like I say, I'll try, use my arms more for a few times, for a few of the repetitions, and then I'll use my legs more, and you can go really deep, and again, you can focus on either legs or arms, or both at the same time. All right. The other exercise is, if you have one of these rubber straps, stretchable straps, you can put it on the ladder like that, and then you can use this also as an exercise. And again, outside you have bugs that try to get in your ear. So, and again, you can focus on also keeping your core, tight as you're exercising, which also gives you a little exercise there in the abdomen. So, that's a couple of exercises you can use, and I guess that's all I've got for today. Remember, always don't overdo it. If you have any questions about doing exercises, you should talk to your doctor, and not necessarily listen to what I say if your doctor says you shouldn't be doing something, right? So check with your doctor if you have any questions about whether you should be doing an exercise. Have a great day.